take care of the systems, of the strategies you get into, or the groups, or the philosophies, or something, or religions, any group, because this is not a sinister warning, by the way. It's just a friendly recall of some perspectives that might be useful. So what do I mean by be careful of that? Because I come to realize that there are, let's say, kind of two types of systems, groups, strategies, procedures, steps, call it what you want. But these two can be explained very easily, very quickly. There's one set of group or idea or concept or strategy, like I said. This one is like, it's gonna pull you in, you know? It's gonna pull you in and you become part of the club. If that's what you want, that's what you get. But you will lose your freedom. You'll play along those rules, their rules. You will get used to it, and you probably will end up losing your freedom, in a sense, because once you are, and it depends on the system. If it's a closed system, it will not free you that much. It will not give you independence. Like if you are learning, we can use the example of our schools. The schools are not, most of the schools maybe, are not an open system. They are a closed system. They are preparing you for something. They are like getting you ready for a closed system where you play by their rules, you do what they want. By they I mean the society, which is a group, and you have to see if that group is beneficial to you or not. So my idea is closed system versus open system. A closed system will lead back to you following orders, in a way, following other people's rules, and that will smash your individuality. You will not be able to find your own way, because I've kind of realized that everyone has his own way, but it needs to flourish. It needs space and patience and time to flourish. So everyone becomes an individuality, an unique, a universe, you know. So a closed system will take you by the hand, and at first that's safety, that's comfort, but they will not leave you. They will get inside of you, and they will close you up to yourself, because you have to be leading the system or the strategy or the group goals. You have to follow their objectives, their teams, their ways. And what if that is not in coherence with your own way? That's my thing. So you can see that. Let's give this is an example. We talked about schools, but religion is even more easy to do, to explain that as a closed system, because they really close you. They teach you their teams. They don't give you the truth, and you have everything. It's like, to talk to God, you have to go to that. That's the old main dynamic. You go to the priest, and you have to talk to him to talk to God, and God talks to him, and he talks to you, and they tell you and teach you all the dynamics that they want, that are useful for them, not for you. That's a classic closed system. That just closes you to the freedom, to truth. So it's really about that. You have to have the discernment to see if that group or strategy or whatever it is going to lead you into you or out of your way. It's like you want to be, I don't know, a footballer, some other profession, but going into that strategy, going into that group, it will just lead you astray, you know. It will not lead you into your own power also. So what will be an open system? That's more, it's more important, I guess, and it's more profound these days, because the open systems are not the ones that you see the most, because open system produce people that are not that desirable. That's my opinion, my realization. Because open system will produce free people, powerful people, sovereign people. Because what could be a free system? Open system. It's a system that at first it gives you basics. So when you are a kid, you need some basics to function, like learning to read, give you resources so you can survive, and give you the possibilities, the options to explore whatever makes you stronger and freer, and you have the inclination to learn. That's a free system. That system will tell you, or it will help you. It will be like how can I say it? It can be a cozy place, so you rest, and you have free space and free time and protected space, so you can develop. Meanwhile, you are a kid and you need protection and you need some taking care of. But in the end of that system is your freedom. It's not your prison, it's your freedom. You will not go around and around inside the system. You can get out. But as you get out of that system, you already have your tools. You already have yourself. You already know who you are. You walk in your power. You know yourself. So, and the system is gladly freeing you, because it gives you support. But now you can walk your own way. You don't need anybody. That's the difference. The closed system doesn't do that. most of what I'm referring to as closed systems will suck you, will suck your energy, will suck your time, because that's what it does. It closes you and you go around and around. It's like the remedies and the solutions of the church, and even more so of the old church, is like driving you into more problems. You are not healing anything. You just getting more guilt. They are in fact, in the past or even now, they will just pump you with guilt, man. Guilt and other things. If you want relief and if you want salvation, and they will just use some weird dynamics, and like they will fool you, because they know a little bit more about this and that. They will just fool you. And what do you? The more guilt you have, the more you return to the church. You think about that? If they have tools or dynamics that they know they can give you more guilt, you will pay them more money. They are guilty. Or they will say, the people that attend to the church, I am guilty. I need to pay more money to the church so I can be more free. And then you go into the church and you pay more money, and you attend to that stuff, and they trick you into this, into that, and you get more guilty and more than. You see, you go in circles and circles around, and you don't find relief. You don't awaken yourself. You don't live up to yourself. It's just a mess. That's a classic closed system. That's classic. Their solutions will just be more of the same to keep you in the closed system. You're not getting out. That's their idea. As long as you stay with them, they will just flip ideas and dynamics and tools and great speeches, and I don't even know. It's creativity. It's also creativity from them. But they will keep you there. They will keep sucking you dry of everything you have. It's crazy. In an energetic way. If you go to a church, you don't see that. But in an energetic way, which is, I would say, the fundamental aspect of everything, and people, of course. So you see, that's my idea here: the closed system versus the open system. An open system would be also philosophy. Some kind of philosophy can be also a closed system, but it depends on the philosophy. If it's an inquiry philosophy where you ask questions and you learn about the world and about yourself, that's a more open system. You learn, you experience, it's different. So, yep, that's probably the two dynamics I would talk about, and I would like to get some attention on, because it's probably helpful if you examine where you are, what you are doing, and all that stuff, and you see more some groups or some stuff. There are probably some closed systems that are more aggressive than others, of course, but in a way you probably want to be more on the free open system, because that will just make you live more light and powerful. It's more energetic. I don't know, maybe. Well, thank you for hearing me. So let's go. Stay connected.